Leviathan added monuments, and while they were very, very strong release to the point of absurdity, or looking at you Alhambra and the 15% admin efficiency, what happened is the Leviathan bug fixes. And what that meant for monuments was simple: substantial nerfs to them. Now, the gating behind using them was stricter, they provided smaller bonuses, and in general, there were now not too many you could stack with the same tag. However, Origins has added a decent chunk of them too, and the gating in use now seems to be very much either accept this culture or be this religion. This sounds very fine in practice, and again, in practice most of the time it is fine. Adding sometimes substantial, but oftentimes just decent bonuses throughout the world for tags around the world. But there is one exception, the elephant in the room, so to speak. And you know what? I'm going to call that an intentional pun, because that elephant is the Mughal Empire. Arguably Sunni, with their access to a good chunk of African, European, and Middle Eastern monuments, had an amazing basis for a monument stacking run already. This becomes more insane when you consider the fact that Mughals, upon performing a world conquest, literally accept everyone. This allows you to add an insane list of email monuments to your arsenal, ranging from European forts and churches, to African forts and churches, to Japanese forts and Asian churches. Look, you end up with a lot of forts and a lot of churches. In fact, if you intended to do a properly non-colonial one tag for it, aka having access to all the colonial ones as well, you will end up with well over 50, but without the one tag setup, you actually end up with 49 monuments which are usable as a Sunni Mughal build. The total bonuses I actually calculated into a spreadsheet and made it into a modifier, and this modifier as a meme I modded into the base game, giving every country that presses the Golden Age button, instead of the normal bonuses, all the bonuses that 49 monuments stacked will provide for a Sunni Mughals. What I noticed after making that mod is that I need to put my experimental GUI scaling on 0.9, stick the resolution to literally the maximum allowed, and then and only then could I barely fit the full list of the modifiers on the screen. Here it is, if you're wondering, chopped up for your convenience. The full list, again, is absolutely insane. Highlights beyond the usual 5% admin efficiency from Alhambra, however, also include a massive 80% reduction in stab cost, a total of 9% missionary strength, since you get 6% overall, 3% specifically on heretics and 3% specifically on heathens, a casual 9.5 yearly prestige, which is almost double the thing you need to for the Cabal prestige, and a casual 1% more decay to add insult to injury. And of course, who wouldn't love the fact that battles now give you 2.5 times as much prestige too. Other highlights include a neat 4 merchants, making trade ideas half obsolete, a respectful 25 war score versus other religions, not war score, war province cost, and a casual free war taxes. That's from one monument, in fairness. This extends its absurdity even further when you notice the fact that overall, the Ulema will now have a massive 80% loyalty at equilibrium, and the other estates will enjoy a similar plus 30 and plus 20 for the nobles and merchants in order. And of course, it would be a crime or not attempt a one face with this kind of setup, even ignoring the extra 2 missionaries and the earlier mentioned missionary strengths. All of the monuments provide a casual plus 7 tolerance of the true faith, which is impressive until you remember the base value of 3, another one for max legitimacy, which will be easier with the whole plus 3 year legitimacy from all these monuments, and a plus 2 you get from going down religious ideas, putting you at a casual 13 tolerance. I actually got to 13 tolerance before, but that required being Byzantium and using their ideas and Phoenician triggered modifiers for a lot of other bonuses. If this setup is repeated with Byzantium ideas, you will actually have 16 tolerance, fully nullifying the minus 15 unrest you get from full separatism, with a spare unrest to spare on top. Either way, 13 is unlucky. We don't want that to be unlucky. So actually we do end up with 13.5 once we inevitably start trading in incense. So what will this massive setup cost us? Aside from time, and also we will have to assume that we are upgrading all our monuments with money as soon as they are captured, and we're also putting all the money we have immediately to upgrade them straight away, not waiting a single day. And we capture them and they're immediately reduced to level 1. So the worst case scenario in all of this, getting 49 monuments from level 0 to level 3 will cost us 875,000 ducats. Not quite the money cap, but close to it. 125,000 off, to be fair. Which, ironically enough, is actually perfectly doable. Hitting money cap, while nice when it happens, isn't actually too difficult, and I've done that in an AFK Netherlands campaign, getting I believe it was the achievement where you have to own a province in China's the Netherlands. So the basic essence is, if you're conquering the world, getting money cap worth of money isn't exactly going to be impossible. Well, all this serial crafting sure is fun, but it's time to demonstrate it in its earnest. I'll be trying this monument stacking campaign one faith attempt thing as the Mughals, starting as the Timurids. I hope to upload 4 videos properly edited of this campaign, dating the first one from 1444 to 1500s, then 1500 to 1600, 1600 to 1700, and 1700 to 1821. You get the picture. I recently also started this whole Twitch streaming stuff, so I think this will be a fun thing to try and stream. So do pop down on a Saturday, Twitch link in the description, and say hi to me and my one friend I'm going to force to watch at gunpoint. I mean persuade to give me support. But that is beyond the point. The point of this video was to argue that in the current form, specifically the Mughals, with currently the specific requirements of the monuments, are way too overly strong. And in fairness, I hope I've done that now. So with that, I can leave with the usual reminders that the like button exists until YouTube gets rid of that too, and so does the subscribe button and even the comment section, so please go and feed me engagement statistics. Anyway, with that, I will leave you and see you in the next one. I'm a Lemon Cake, and I'm out.